This sounds silly. I love that, and I want to keep doing that as much as I can in whatever genre I can. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to 2023. This is my first vlog of the new year, and I thought I would just use this opportunity to catch you all up on what I've been doing and where I've been. So, as you might recall, on my last vlog last year, 2022, I was dealing with a shoulder injury, and it sort of started happening while I was training for provincials, and then provincials made it a little worse to the point I couldn't raise my arms for a few days, so that was unpleasant. But since then, I've been trying to do all the work that I can. I've been going to physio regularly. I was going twice a week, and then once a week, and now I'm going once every 2 weeks. So I have been trying to do what I can to get these shoulders healthy and to finally, hopefully, once and for all, heal this injury. So something I didn't really realize before getting injured myself, and I don't know if it was just me being ignorant or just like living in an injury-free fantasy world, but it always seemed to me that when people got injured on social media, it was represented like they got injured, they took a break and healed, they resumed training and everything was amazing. So that has not been my personal experience. My experience has been injury, break, heal, 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 start training and pushing, regress, and then heal, 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 start pushing and training, and then re-aggravate the injury, and then like on and on and on. So I found that for me, it's been more like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, constantly, again and again. So I feel like I am definitely in a better place than I was last July, but progress has been very slow, very frustratingly slow, but you know, it's still progress nonetheless. So that's sort of where I am now in terms of my injury. So training at this very moment has been going okay. The only thing is that like 2 weeks ago, I realized that it started hurting to do a self lift off. So that's a new pain. And it was hurting like right on like my rear delt area when I lifted off. I don't even know if it was like a pain, but it was definitely like a, you know, my body telling me it didn't like that. So that's new. So I've been trying to work around that. If I'm training with my partner, with Jason, he'll give me a handoff and that's not a problem, but it just means that I can't train bench alone for a little while until that resolves itself. So it seems like there's always something, but I think we are moving in the right direction slowly. And equipped training actually has been going, I want to say, better than expected. I didn't put a bench shirt on until I think December, maybe November of last year, just to really try to baby these shoulders. And I've been wearing my loose sort of backup shirt, not my competition shirt, because the chest plate in that shirt is really tight, it's really small, so it really pulled my shoulders forward, and I think that's sort of a vulnerable place for my shoulders, just like given my specific injury. So I've been using this looser shirt and it's been going pretty well, and I'm pushing weights that I didn't necessarily think I would be. I don't know if I should say that, but I'm not lifting the weights that I was before provincials. Obviously, it's a looser shirt. I have only had a few sessions in it in which I've touched the bar to my chest, but it's going okay. And more importantly, after my last equipped bench session, my shoulders were a little sore, tender for a few hours after I benched. Not like super painful, but just I could feel them, you know? But then the next day, they felt totally fine. And I slept through the night. My shoulders didn't wake me up like in pain. So I think I'm counting that as progress, and I think that's pretty promising. So I'm very happy about that. I think given where I was and just given my circumstances, I definitely can't be too disappointed. So in terms of upcoming competitions, first I have Canadian Nationals in February, mid-February. I lift on the 15th and 17th. So I lift unequipped on the 15th and equipped on the 17th. And I have to perform well at Nationals in order to qualify for Bench World, which is the end goal, and that is happening at the end of May. So you might remember that last year I had decided to compete all year as a 63 kilo lifter. I didn't have any plans to cut weight. I didn't have any really big competitions planned. I just did provincials in the summer, but this year at Worlds I want to compete as a 57 kilo lifter. That is sort of my happy place, even when I am sort of just eating whatever I want, or just, you know, just keeping track of protein and then just letting carbs and fats be whatever. I usually stay around like a 59-ish kilos, give or take a kilo. That's sort of my body's natural space. So I want to compete as a 57 kilo lifter in May. So to qualify, I have to compete as a 57 kilo lifter in February. Which means that I sort of have my work cut out for me, because my average morning weight is like 59.6 currently. So it's a little bit on the high end. And I think I've got like 5 weeks or something until Nationals. And I'm also going to be taking a bit, this sounds silly, a bit of a diet break next week. I'll be going to Las Vegas for my brother-in-law's birthday. So I will be, you know, tracking things and being mindful of what I eat and not like going hog wild. But I would rather be a little bit looser, you know, and celebrating with friends and family. And my step count during that time will probably be a lot higher too, because, you know, Vegas, there's lots of walking all the time. So we'll see what happens there. I might be a bit of a push toward the end of January, beginning of February, just to sort of get my weight to within a reasonable range to cut twice in 3 days, because I compete Wednesday and Friday at Nationals as a 57. So a hard water cut is really not in the cards. Like if I did a hard water cut before Wednesday and then had to recomp for the competition and then had to somehow dehydrate myself and then do another hard water cut like the next day or like day and a half later, that just isn't healthy, and I think that would really impact my performance. So that's something I really want to avoid. And you know, if I can get my body weight to like 58 or even 58 and a half kilos, you know, ideally around 58, I'll be in a much better place. You know, a kilo is not that hard to lose, has not been hard to lose historically. I don't want to jinx myself by saying that water cutting is easy, because I know each time's a little bit different. But at last year's Bench Worlds, I lost 3 kilos. So, you know, 1 kilo definitely seems manageable. Okay, so aside from lifting, from training, I've been busy these past few months. Life's been pretty wild over here. Since September, I have been on sabbatical and I've been a full-time student, full-time grad student, and I miss work. I forgot how hard it is to be a student. So if any students are watching, kudos to you, because you work a lot harder than I worked at my 9 to 5. And not to say like I didn't work hard at my 9 to 5, but you know, when you work a 9 to 5 at 4:30 or 5, you can just shut off your computer and you're free to do whatever you want for like the rest of your evening, and weekends are free. And not so much as a student. Like there's always an assignment, there's always a class, and like I'm taking some courses that are paced and like with like start January 9th and whatever, April 3rd or something. There's like a set time that's like a traditional class, but then I'm also taking classes that are unpaced, so that I have like a 6-month contract. So even when the paced classes end, I still have schoolwork to do, and it's just like, it feels like it's never ending. So anyway, I don't mean to be complainy, but it's just like, that was quite a shock for me. You know, like being a student, my time is much more flexible, but also there's constant pressure and constant responsibility that comes with being a student. So that's been keeping me busy. And also I have been really working on my photography. So if you follow me on Instagram, and I've got a couple different photography Instagrams now too, I have been trying to get in as many shoots, as much practice as I can in some different genres. I've done some boudoir stuff, some couple stuff, and lately I've been doing a lot of fitness stuff because I get to provide meet day media tomorrow at the Grit Power Open. So that is happening in Edmonton, in my city, at the gym that I normally do my equipped bench at. So I'm really excited. I'm a little bit nervous just because I put a lot of pressure on myself to give all the athletes the best meet photos they've ever had. I've gotten meet photos that have been disappointing. And you know, when you're looking forward to them, when you had a great meet, when people you loved were there, and you know, you're excited to see the meet photos, and you get them and it's like stock photo. Like, it's just the most boring photo. I've had that happen and it's disappointing, and I do not want to do that to my athletes. So I'm gonna try my best. I hope if any of you are watching and if you've already got your photos back, I hope you love them. I tried. I promise I will try tomorrow and do my best. So focusing on photography has been really exciting. It's a passion of mine. It's something I love to do, and something I really love that like makes me very happy is I love taking photos of people and showing them what I see and what the world sees when they see them, because people don't always see themselves clearly in the mirror. And if you can show somebody a side of them that they don't see themselves, like, and it makes them happy, like, that is just super rewarding. So I love that, and I want to keep doing that as much as I can in whatever genre I can. So anyway, aside from all of that, I have a ton of travel coming up in the next few months. A little bit too much travel, to be honest. I'm a little bit daunted by how much travel is on my plate. They're all good, amazing things. So it's gonna be super fun, and I will take you all with me, starting with Vegas next week. And then in March, I've got like a couple trips. May, obviously, South Africa. And in June, mountains, Toronto, and we'll see what pops up in between. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you like the video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more. I will be more on top of my vlogs this year, especially sort of ramping up into a competition and, you know, travel and all that. And if you want to leave a comment, if you want to say hello, if you want to say something nice, please leave that below too, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.